We're in the Chalk Valley. We're looking forward to the Chalk History Festival. It's a month away and we are taking on a monster challenge, something that I don't think's been done in this county, arguably in the south of England, for the best part of about 70 years. We are going to build a traditional hayrick. And who knows how to do that? No one. You know, it's often said if you want someone to build a hayrick, okay, pop down to the local graveyard, because that's when you'll find the last person who knows how to build a hayrick, okay? So we're gonna have a go. We're gonna have a go at that. But of course, the first thing you need to build a hayrick is hay. And here we have our hay. Okay, so our building of the hayrick is going to start in the field today. We've got a break in the weather. It's been a bit wet. The crop though, you can probably hear the wind in the trees above me, and you can see it blowing there across the hay. It's drying out nicely. We look like we've got a window to make hay in. But the first thing we're gonna do is cut it using an old finger bar mower and an old David Brown tractor. So I'm desperately looking forward to the arrival of that. This is gonna be really exciting, but it's gonna be a massive challenge. We're gonna get this cut, we're gonna get it down into the festival site, and we're gonna have a go at building a hayrick in a way that hasn't been done so, as I say, 70 years maybe. So fingers crossed. I think I can hear it coming now. This is going to be the start of the show. I've heard a lot about this tractor. It's an absolute beaut. It's a design classic, and it has the remarkable Marcus Bailey on board. Fills me with confidence when you've got a good engineer on the team. Here it comes. What a machine. 1949. Listen to that roar. Hello, Marcus.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you, all right?
Yeah, ready to get going.
Good. What have we got here then?
This is 1949 David Brown Cropmaster.
1949. Perfect. And what's it pulling?
A massive Ferguson finger bar mower.
There's the beast. This is the business end of the operation here. The finger bar mower. An essential piece of kit if we want to make a hayrick, which I'll go into later. Looks dry enough. We've had a lot of wind, haven't we, Marcus?
Yeah, no, I think it's ready for cutting now. Yeah,
we've got 3 or 4 days of sun ahead of us. So how are we going to take it?
Oh, we'll find out.
Yeah? Good. You're going to start here and then run down the bottom end under the trees?
I think so, yeah.
Good, okay. All right, well, I'll let you get started.
I'm
so excited. So I've been stressing about this all week. It's quite thick, that crop. It looks thick, like a modern crops often are. But to be fair, the farmer said these are some native grasses in here, grasses that are sensitive to the chalk downlands. But nonetheless, you're always anxious when it comes to a job like this. And I was worried about the mower, vintage mower, getting through this crop. Still a bit of wet in it. There's enough anxieties as any farmer will tell you when it comes to making hay, but doing it traditionally is especially difficult. I found that out in the past, but my word, that thing just ripped through it. I don't want to count my chickens before the eggs have hatched, but that has absolutely just ripped through that. Look at that. It's boding well. So there I was getting overconfident. Tractor went quiet. Marcus has driven it up here. Things have gone silent. So Marcus, what's happening?
We've had a small failure. The finger bar mower has actually, the blades have snapped. So we'll have to do a running repair fixed.
Okay, so the blade, so this, so what have you got? So it's gone there, yeah?
Yeah, you've got a bar that holds all the blades together behind, where they're riveted together, and the bar is snapped.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
There's a little bit of a flex point there on the end of that.
Right.
It gives a little bit of trouble, but we can fix it.
Okay. What does this mean? Quick race down.
Quick
to the workshop.
Shoot back to the workshop in repair, and stick it back together. We've got another blade that we can sort out, so
okay.
We can make a fix of that.
I love a bit of jeopardy. So I've come to Marcus's workshop. Okay, here it is. It's an absolute treasure trove. Some amazing bits of kit here. Oh, look at that beauty. But anyway, there's good news. How are you getting on, Marcus?
Well, I think we've got a repair that will do the job for now.
Show us. Go. This is where it went. It went in
so
here.
It snapped in through here. So we've welded a new piece in.
Yeah.
And hopefully that'll do the job and be strong enough for us to carry on cutting.
Great. And we're going to take some tools up there as well, just in case.
Take some spanners and some bits and pieces. So if the dreaded anything else goes wrong, we can fix it.
Good. And what about the other thing that the
swath finger?
The swath finger. Yeah. Okay.
So that's we may have used one of the workshop brooms to make a new handle, but
so there has been one sacrifice has been made. Where's the workshop broom? Right. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So onwards and upwards. We'll get this back in the vehicle. Get back in the field and see if we can get back cutting.
Yep. Sounds like a plan. That's there. And hopefully that should stop that binding up and breaking the finger bar blade again.
Okay. So the fix is under there.
Yep.
And we're just making some adjustments because it might be that it's the running of this bar which moves along.
Yeah, it's possibly where the bar is catching underneath the holding finger.
Yeah. Good.
We'll double check that's tight. Well, we've had the blade off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Bit of an oil up and we can carry on.
Good.
Good.
Good. And of course the advantage is that we've now got some even drier grass to cut. But lots to do and the day is getting on, so onwards and upwards.
Yeah, good. We're getting there. We're a few passes in now. We've got a few more to go yet. It's making light work of it now once we've done our repair.
Yeah. So far the repair is holding out, which is what we wanted. We're cutting well. It's nice and dry. We've got a bit of cloud overhead. But I want to find out from Marcus, when is the last time you think this tractor did agricultural work?
Late 60s, early 70s. So it's been a few years since it's been put through its paces.
And how's it taken to it?
Not too bad. It's me getting used to the equipment as much as anything. You need your eyes in about 5 places at the same time.
Now one of the best things about this tractor, I think, it's got 2 seats. So you can take your sweetheart out for a ride. But tell me a little bit about the tractor.
Well, 1949 David Brown Crop-Master. I bought it for my wife about 8 or 9 years ago now.
How romantic.
And we use it as our wedding car. So it's got a lot of sentimental value to us. These tractors were made on a parallel production line, so I believe it was the Aston Martin DB4.
Right,
and that's where the DB for Aston Martin comes from, is David Brown.
So what you're saying is that this tractor was being made in the same factory as an Aston Martin DB4.
Correct. Yes.
I mean, that's the pedigree of the tractor that we've pulled out for this job. And let's have a look at how it's cutting. Doing a great job. Fantastic. Unbelievable. The power of mechanisation when it was introduced to British farming. It just made farming able to upscale its production to unprecedented levels. I mean, if you were to take a farmer in 1949, the age of that tractor, farmer maybe in his 60s, perhaps even in his 70s, looking at this work that's being done here, it would have been radically different from what he would have experienced as a boy, farming with horses. Yes, there was mechanisation, but the level of power, and it really was all due to the early 20th century, factory processes, mechanisation elsewhere in the world, and of course, the real game changer, 2 world wars. It's just remarkable to see. And this job, we're looking at about 2.5, 3 acres here. It would have taken me 5 to 6 days with a scythe if I was fit enough, but I wouldn't have been. I'm barely fit enough to follow a tractor. But this is absolutely remarkable, and Marcus has just done an amazing job. So far, we've got about another hour and a half to go. We're nearly there, and we'll be up for rick making at the Chalk History Festival in 2 or 3 weeks' time. An absolutely epic afternoon. It's been full of jeopardy and eventful. We've combated all the things that can be thrown of us, but we, or rather Marcus, is now cutting the last swath. Look at that. Here we go. Job done, Marcus.
Job done.
Congratulations.
I may have left you a couple of little strips.
Oh, I'll get the side out and sort those out. Oh my God, what an amazing job. How are you feeling?
Yeah, happy. He's done it. We're done.
It's remarkable.
I think there's going to be a sizable hayrick out of this lot.
I think there is a very sizable hayrick, and we'll be building it. Can I invite you to join me? We are building it down at Chalk History Festival, last weekend of June, isn't it?
Yes.
And the week running up to that as well, we're going to be building a hayrick at the festival, using all sorts of kit and equipment, as well as some elbow grease to build it. I'm hoping I can enlist you, Marcus, maybe.
I'm sure we can come along at some point.
Yeah, maybe serve up some cider at the end of the day.
Sounds like a good idea.
Well, we've got a lot to do though. The sun's got to do some work, the wind's got to do some work. We're going to dry this out. We're going to get it baled up, get it down to the festival site, and then on the Monday, we will get cracking with turning this into a rick. So big thank you to you, Marcus.
Pleasure.
And I think I owe you a pint of cider.
Sounds good to me.